news. OMG. This is so breaking and amazing. And I just can't tell you how excited I am to let you know about the secret Michael Cohen, Trump Michael Cohen audio recordings. This is so amazing. You believe that Trump has had sexual relations with a beautiful, attractive, gorgeous, former Playboy model? Dean Diefendorf, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Dean. Thank you very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, Dean. Dean Diefendorf. Thank you. Thank you again. Very, very kind of you. And thank you again, Dean Diefendorf. Thank you. Thank you, Dean. So could you imagine that the horror, the shock? What kind of president do we have who has sexual relations with R. Giffer? Thank you, R. Giffer. With Karen, first with Stormy Daniels, and now with Karen Mcdougal. This man is a menace to society. He's having consensual sexual relations with very beautiful women. We must stop him and impeach him. This is a big problem. And Karen Mcdougal is, I believe, a former Playboy model. And let's see. Yes. So I'm going to play now the CNN. The CNN, and this is hilarious. This is real. This is really awesome. We got like 400 people in 2 minutes. It's going to be a good segment. There is not only they're there, it is so almost surreal, beyond amusing to see CNN and others make a mountain out of not even a grain of sand. But check this out, and you should the audio on this, well, the tape itself is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Britton Johnson, CNN Crap Nonsense Network. Just wanted to send some support again, HA, before I crash out for the night. Britton Johnson, thank you so much for always doing that. And I greatly appreciate. My goodness, you might not watch the whole segment, but I'm going to hurry up right now. I want you to watch this. This is hilarious. Britton Johnson, thank you so very much for your kind words and for your support of this channel and for your thoughtfulness. So this is hilarious. So this is Lanny Davis, who is in a rivalry with Stormy's lawyer. What's his name? Avenatti. And they all, now there's a new attorney in town. It's Lanny Davis, and Michael Avenatti is all upset. And so what Michael Cohen is very likely doing is trolling the universe. Well, Trump is probably trolling the universe. So this is, the context here is CNN obtains secret Trump Michael Cohen audio recording regarding a payoff. The presidential candidate Donald Trump is heard on tape discussing with his attorney Michael Cohen how they would buy the rights to a Playboy model story after an alleged affair Trump had with her years earlier. So, okay, this is supposed to have broken campaign finance laws, I guess. Meanwhile, the Steele dossier is millions funneled through a law firm. And so what is Sessions doing? Sessions is allowing all of this nonsense to take place. 454 people. So let's go ahead. I mean, the real crimes take place with Clinton. This is like nonsense. Like, oh my God, he had sex with another gorgeous, amazing woman. So here's the tapes. Okay. Or here's the CNN, and you're going to hear the tape in like a minute.
Everybody heard just now Donald Trump say the word cash.
Oh, Lord.
Cash after Michael Cohen mentioned.
Wait a second. Okay, hold on one second. All right, hold on. So it's just rebooting the link is just so so this is hilarious. So, oh my God, it's taking forever. I guess a lot of people are looking at it. It's so ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Okay. So really, you're not going to hear much. You're not going to hear much for like the first minute, okay? But just keep watching. 500 people, 5 minutes in. Just keep watching. I mean, keep listening, and you'll eventually get to Trump's voice. And all right, hold on one second. Here we go.
It is a big night here. I'm Chris Cuomo. Welcome to Primetime. We have one of the Michael Cohen tapes,
No.
a secret recording of President Trump back in 2016 made by Cohen, in which he and then candidate Trump discuss arrangements surrounding a payment to former Playboy playmate Karen Mcdougal that was made by a third party, David Pecker, as head of the National Enquirer. This all happened in the months
Does everybody's aptly named
before the election. Now, this is not a great quality recording, and that will be relevant to its analysis. So first I want to play you the entire recording, not all of which.
This was the Pecker Wiener tapes.
Which is relevant to the payment. So listen for yourself.
We know what's happening, okay? Maybe because of this, it would be better if you didn't go. You know, maybe.
So you're really not going to hear much for the next minute, but just keep listening.
Because of this, for that one, you know, I think what we should get rid of this because it's so false what they're saying. It's such bullshit. I think this goes away quickly. I think it's probably better do the Charleston thing just this time. Yeah, in 2 weeks it's fine. I think right now it's better. You know? Okay, honey. You take care of yourself.
So he's on the phone. He's on the phone, and so he's getting off the phone, and then you're gonna hear Michael Cohen and Trump talk about like they're using coded language. So it's essentially like, oh, we're gonna buy the popcorn, right? The popcorn, yeah. So it's kind of like coded language, but something tells me that Trump had to have planned all of this with Cohen just to maneuver the media, just to manipulate the media in the most epic, monumental trolling of all time. Because it seems like you get the sense that you get this. It's different from the Access Hollywood tape where like Trump is just, you know, you get the sense that he's kind of you get the sense that he's kind of reading a script in a way. But here, check it out.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm proud of you. So
Great poll, by the way. Seen it. Great poll.
making progress.
Big time.
And you guys are good guys.
Oh, Pastor Scott.
No, Mr. Scott, what's happening? Can we use him anymore?
Oh, yeah, 100. No, you're talking about Mark Burns. We talked to him.
I don't mean that. Mark Burns, can we use him?
No.
Richard Lefrak, sorry, Richard Lefrak was called. He just had, we had a chance, he had an idea for you.
So we got served from the New York Times. times. I told you this regarding to unseal the divorce papers with Ivana. We're fighting it. Katzwitz is going to
never be able to get that done.
never. Katzwitz says they'll ever be able. They don't have a. They don't have a legitimate purpose.
And you have a woman that doesn't want to unseal.
Correct.
So you've been handling.
Yes, and it's all
been going for a while.
for about 2-3 weeks now.
All you have to do is delay it for.
Even after that, it's not going to ever be opened. There's no purpose for it. Told you about Charleston. I need to open up a company for the transfer of all of that info.
I need to open up a company for the transfer of all of that info. Okay. The transfer of all of the info. Oh, wow. This is secret I Spy stuff. Okay, so something tells me all of this is going to be construed and manipulated into, oh my God. Thank you, R. Giffer. Thank you. Oh my God. He has broken campaign finance laws. Oh my God. Impeach. Meanwhile, the Steele dossier, there is not a greater example of millions and millions of dollars directly influencing an election. And the FEC not being told. But let's continue. So we need to open up an account for all that info.
Regarding our friend David, so that I'm going to do that right away. I've actually come up and I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with funding.
I've spoken to some guy about how to set the whole thing up. How ridiculous is all of this? So a billionaire who apparently has had sexual relations with models for a long time and paid them off, is now talking to his lawyer about a company, a shell company, to pay, I guess, the Inquirer not to run a story, or a paper, a publication not to run a story. All right. I find it very difficult to believe this is a, and he's speaking about this in a crowded room with people around.
Yes, and it's all the stuff, because you never know where that company, you never know what he's going to be. Correct. So I'm all over that. And I spoke to Alan about it when it comes time for the financing, which will be.
What financing?
We'll have to pay you. So
what financing?
I got.
So Trump says, "What fine?" It's almost as if he's writing the script to troll the media, and at the same time say, like, "What financing?" Just putting enough question marks in there to just not make it viable. So just to not make it viable. Okay, so hold on. What am I doing?
No, Jeff. No, how are you? All right, now, a couple things. There are side conversations. I wanted you to hear everything that was on.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it. And I'll get to Rod Rosenstein and Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan and a bunch of people trying to impeach him right now. But that's it. This is the whole, this is it, okay? There's nothing, this makes the Rachel Maddow fail. This makes the Rachel Maddow tax fail. This makes the Rachel Maddow tax fail look like a successful segment. We got 800 people 14 minutes in. It's going to be a good live stream. So nothing was stated other than we got to go ahead and set up a company for, I don't even think did he talk about Karen Mcdougal? No. But here's Cuomo and then Lanny Davis.
On the recorded that was provided to us. Those side conversations aren't relevant in my estimation. And I'm not including a translation of the tape because there is clearly a dispute about what is being said. So
of course there's a dispute. He's almost certainly trolling everyone. This is not even news. We have a country that spied on an incoming candidate with opposition research purchased from an MI6 agent, a citizen of another country, and a drunken conversation between two men at a bar that you wouldn't pay a cent in terms of validity or truth to hear. And literally, and the Democratic Party says that Russia attacked it by hacking the Democratic National Committee to inform the world it was actually cheating a candidate. That is an attack, not the fact it was cheating a candidate. So then they hide their servers, then funnel money through a preferred law firm to outsource a tech company to then say, well, we'll give a copy to the U.S. government, but the U.S. government cannot look at the servers. All the while, again, a FISA application is being given based on a gossip hearsay document with zero evidence verified, zero, and an actual investigation, all only because the phrase is, well, there was suspicion. He was a target of interest. That is not enough to start an investigation. You have to have some kind of probable cause for a specific crime. There's no crime that Carter Page is said to have committed. There's no crime that Trump is said to have committed. But Hillary Clinton transferred top secret and special access program intelligence onto her basement server, and it was unencrypted. And we know now from Louis Gohmert and a whole lot of other people that a third party, not Russia, a third party, a foreign power that wasn't Russia. So China went ahead and hacked all her emails except for 4. Then there were emails on Anthony Weiner's computer, 18 classified emails. And all of this took place unintentionally. You have a mountain of crimes and evidence of the crimes. And then let's not even talking about, you want to talk about campaign finance violations? Campaign finance violations. You have Hillary Clinton funneling millions through her law firm to pay for CrowdStrike and the Steele dossier. And we're worried about this? This is nothing. This is less than nothing, but it's hilarious because I am pretty certain there's no way that Trump and Cohen... Okay, the odds are that Trump and Cohen are trolling everyone, and the odds are that that Trump knew Cohen would be targeted even before he won the election. The odds are that he paid Stormy, he had sex with women, he paid them, and this is all a kind of, okay, well, you know what? They're going to go after you. They're going to try to go after you. They're going to try to go after my lawyer. You do this. It's just like a play. Like, okay, run post. Okay, on 3. Let's go. Just do it. Just do it. We'll fake the run and we'll, I'll do the play action. You go to the post. That's what they're doing.
You have to listen.
That whole thing, the Dutch intelligence.
You provided this recorded. Why?
Because everybody heard just now.
So Lanny Davis, get this. He's like, oh, he talked about cash, and only the mafia uses cash. What? Well, what do you think? He's like, what's his name? Who writes a check to a prostitute? What's his name? The former mayor of Cincinnati. That the show. Oh, what's wrong with my brain? Jerry Springer? What do you think? He's Jerry Springer? You think the guy's Jerry Springer is going to go ahead and write a personal check to a prostitute? No. Not saying that any of the ladies were prostitutes. I'm just saying. So he's like, the mafia uses cash. Nobody uses cash except dry cleaners and the mafia and bookies.
Donald Trump say the word cash after Michael Cohen mentioned financing. When Mr. Giuliani...
What do you want him to do? Ditech? Ditech home loans? What do you want? Bank of America? What should he have done? What should he have done? Taken out a mortgage? Like Karen Mcdougal and Stormy Daniels, you'd be like, this is cash. No. Okay? I'm like, a check, please. Let's make it proper. What does it matter? It could have even been like bartered for something. Like, here's some jewelry, or I don't know, an antique vase, whatever.
Mr. Trump, through Mr. Giuliani, accused my client, Mr. Cohen, of saying the word cash. And I posted a tweet at the time, and I said, wait for the tapes. Richard Nixon couldn't spin the tape that did him in, and there's no way that Mr. Giuliani, who knows from being U.S. attorney, the only people who use cash are drug dealers and mobsters. Cash is not what you do, and it was...
Cash is not what you do for what? Cash is not what you do for what? What do you mean cash is not what you do? What do you do? What do you do when you do the do-do? What do you do? What do you mean cash is not what you do? Why not? So if he wrote a check, it'd be better? And first of all, it was to the publishing company. So what does that have to do with anything? So it's part of, so the electorate has to know who he had sex with at all times. Meanwhile, like, this reminds me of when Jill Stein and Sherry Ancala were like chained to chairs, and they like were chained there for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And then like years later, Hillary does the shimmy, and they want to give her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Look at the shimmy. She did the shimmy. She's so courageous. Blake Foster. Trump didn't pay Daniels till after he won. If he ever actually slept with her, he would have paid her a long time ago, and certainly before his campaign. Trump has been playing these crazed lib criminals. Exactly. Blake Foster. Exactly. Well, but like so this actually is about, you know, Cohen told Trump about his plans to set up a company and finance the purchase of the rights from American media, which publishes the National Enquirer. So how is this campaign finance? Because if people knew that he had sex with a gorgeous woman, it would be a problem. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Bill Clinton. Oh, because he was cheating on his wife. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't cheat on your husband. But again, Bill Clinton has completely torn apart and broken that. I mean, you could look at JFK and others, but with Bill Clinton, it was, oh my God, it's your personal life. And Bill Clinton is actually accused of sexual assault, like rape and you know, Juanita Broderick. So, but here.
Michael Cohen, who said, no, and Donald Trump, despite what Rudy Giuliani said publicly, the tape contradicts Mr. Giuliani, and the word cash is heard by everyone.
Now,
first of all, if it's a battle of wits between Giuliani and Lanny Davis, I think Giuliani is like a Mount Everest compared to Lanny Davis's tiny mountain range. I don't know. This is not even a battle. You want Giuliani to respond, and it's going to be like Mike Tyson versus Gumby. it won't even be. So once Giuliani responds, he'll be like, I don't know what this guy's talking about, you know, so stupid, da, da, da. But the issue here is that, well, we're paying the Inquirer in cash. So, and then where's the ethical? So let's just assume for a second that it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. So he's taping his client. What kind of lawyer does that? That's an overt breach of ethical laws. You lose your license in a second.
The president's legal team disputes what is being said in this tape. They even provided us their own transcript, which we'll put up at some point. They say that the president said, do not pay with cash, check, and that he was advising Cohen to do it all on the up and up because the president wanted to make sure that this was papered properly.
Who cares if it's cash or check? What are we even talking about now? This is so stupid. If you're in another country, laugh at us, laugh at us. O.J. Clinton, the best in America in one name. Only drug dealers use cash. I guess Obama got some serious weight from Iran. Pretty much, yeah. Well, $1 billion? No, $1.2 billion. Omar Pena. Obama plane full of cash to Iran. Yeah. Yeah. Omar Pena. Yeah. O.J. Clinton. You're right. Both right. The whole point, the whole thing is, well, you know, Donald Trump said don't pay with cash. No, it's about cash. What? Who cares? I mean, okay, it's a business, so yes, you should put it on. Yes, you should use the business check, but they're setting up the corporation specifically for this. I think that's, I don't know. The issue here is what are they going after Trump over? Laws regarding setting up corporations? What if the publishing company wanted cash? I don't know. But Trump says, no, don't pay with cash, pay with check. Well, that's what the White House has stated. So they have their own transcript, the White House now.
I'm looking at Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump Read America. Listen to the tape. It doesn't say what you just heard. Okay.
Lanny Davis being condescending. Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump Read America. Doesn't care. Is increasingly growing more diverse every day because Black voters and Latino voters and Jewish voters and Asian voters and everyone is walking away. So Mr. and Mrs. Read America, Donald Trump, really doesn't care. I mean, this tape is enjoyment and amusement and one of the best trolling examples of trolling in the history of mankind. They are now talking about the form of payment to the Inquirer to not run a story about Trump having sex with a beautiful woman.
It says cash. And it's Mr. Cohen who says, no. Now, don't believe me. I'm a Democrat. I'm a lawyer representing a client. Believe your own ears. And when Richard Nixon had a tape that he couldn't dispute, the tape says what it says. And I put a tweet out and said, listen to the tapes. So everyone out there, listen to the tapes. Whatever spin Mr. Giuliani is trying to invent, it says cash.
Who cares? You're not going to impeach Trump. What law did he break? Simply saying that cash is what drug dealers use. What law did he break? What law? Notice that Lanny Davis does not bring up a law that Trump broke. Now, Michael Cohen broke a law in taping his client. He definitely definitely. Well, in New York, I think you have to let people know that you're taping them. You can't just tape people. It's not admissible in court. You can't just tape people. It depends on the state you're in. Whoever. So this is Alan Futurfus. Trump Organization lawyer. I think I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. Whoever is telling Davis that cash in that conversation refers to green currency is lying to him. There's no transaction done in green currency. It doesn't happen. The whole deal never happened. So where's the cash then? That's the next thing. Or where's the check? Or it never happened. There you go. Okay, this is not going to help Democrats in the midterms. This is stupid. This is stupid. So feds have now 12 audio recordings.
We now know there were 12 audio tapes. See?
No, we heard one. There's 12 audio. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so much. Elizabeth, thank you so very, very much. Thank you. I no longer want Trump to lock these treasonous evil creatures anymore. I want town square hangings, treason in every department. I'll bring the picnic baskets like in the past. Terrorism, domestic and foreign. Keep up the great work. Elizabeth, thank you. Elizabeth Luker, thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Britton Johnson, this is actually smart. This guy, Cohen, disbarred and discredited, then destroys anything. Whoa. And destroys anything Mueller would try to fabricate through Cohen. Wow. Yeah. Elizabeth, thank you so very much, Elizabeth. To the super chat, you give me every incentive to keep on rocking these live streams. And I just want to thank you, Elizabeth, very much. And just thank you, Britton Johnson. And thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, everybody who supports this channel. Elizabeth, I always say, if you utilize bureaucracy to hurt others, bureaucracy will be utilized upon you. And what Trump is doing with Michael Cohen is hilarious. First of all, Cohen is either stupid or smart enough to make these tapes with Trump, knowing that he would be a target of some kind of raid. So there's a lot of misdirection here. The football analogy would be a play action pass. Okay. Or a crossover in basketball. And Britton Johnson, you're 100% right. I mean, right now, it's illegal to. So, Elizabeth, thank you so very much. Elizabeth Luker, thank you. And let's go ahead, Elizabeth. Let's just find out. In New York, it is illegal. So, hold on one second. New York recording law. So let's go ahead. If you're a lawyer, you can't. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so very much. Now, under the weight of their own corruption, and they don't even realize it. New York wiretapping law. New York's wiretapping law is a one-party consent law. New York makes it a crime to record or eavesdrop on an in-person or telephone conversation unless one party to the conversation consents. New York Penal Code 250. So Penal Code section, then Article 250. So there you go. New York law on recording hearings and public meetings. Okay, so that's essentially a wiretap. You know, this is like Donnie Brasco. He thought he was Donnie Brasco. He was like, the info, cash, cash, huh? Cash. Did you say cash? No? Check. I said cash. Elizabeth, thank you so very much again. Thank you. The super chat allows me to just keep rocking this channel, and or the super chat allows me to rock the live streams. I really enjoy the interaction as well. The channel doesn't grow, so I'll be stuck at 116,000 for the next, I don't know, 5 months. But it is great. The uploads, it grows quick. If I was uploading, I'd be like maybe 125 now. Whatever, maybe 130. Who cares? This is a lot more fun. And Elizabeth, thank you so very much. So this is not even, what are they doing? What is this even? This is against New York law. Now, was he in DC? It's illegal to do so. What are they even doing here? This is so stupid. It's Lanny Davis. Lanny. Okay, so there's the person recording the consenting party, but I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that would be possible, because you'd have to ask. It's like a vampire coming in your house. Just me. Does attorney-client privilege protect anyone here? Exactly. Just me. Yes. No, I mean, that's another issue too. So thank you, Elizabeth. They're being crushed under the weight of their own evil and corruption. It's absolutely brilliant to watch. Mark Kulsak, why is Super Chat blocking me testing? So I see that. Mark Coolidge, why is Super Chat blocking me testing? So this is working. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. It works. Thank you. So just me, you're 100% right. This has got to be, but unless one party of the conversation consents. Thus, if you operate, you may record a conversation if you get permission from one party to the conversation in advance. So hold on, let me go ahead. New York legal, okay, so that wouldn't, I don't understand. So, okay, so this would be a wiretap, though. New York wiretap. New York passes law effectively becoming a two-party consent state. August 21st, 2007. Mm-hmm. Consent need not be expressed and is implied if a person continues with the conversation despite knowledge it is being recorded. Example, a beeping tone or a disclosure that the call is being recorded. Thus, if a consumer continue, okay, so however, if a consumer ends the conversation, there obviously is no consent. But So Elizabeth, thank you again. Just me, thank you. So again, this is so stupid. All right, so let's just go ahead. I'll go straight to the attorney-client privilege then. So it's like, you know. Okay, can lawyers tape clients? I can't imagine a lawyer taping a client without. So law firms rarely have policies about, okay, so is it illegal? The undisclosed taping of phone calls is, of course, prohibited if illegal, and it is illegal if the other party does not consent, and the jurisdiction is a two-party consent jurisdiction. California is a two-party consent. New York is not. But on the ethics front, bar associations have issued a welter of conflicting opinions about the. In New York, an old state bar opinion says taping without consent is unethical, even if legal. The city bar, in a more recent opinion, takes the position that it is almost always unethical and would be so if it were routine practice. So again, at the end of the day, Yoni, Donald Trump is weathering a storm the likes of which few politicians have ever experienced. A lesser man would have folded a long time ago. Props to the Dems for turning him, of all people, babyface. Exactly. Yoni, exactly. The Democrats are the only political party who would make Trump a sympathetic figure. Trump is a sympathetic figure now. So I just can't imagine this is 100% legal. Because if he's engaging in a crime also, well, then here's the issue also. Let's say if he was doing it under the guise of he is taping Trump because he's afraid of illegal behavior, but he's still going ahead with the illegal behavior. It's not like he's showing the tape to police. And that's extortion if he keeps the tape only to hurt Trump. So I don't see how this is legal in any way, or definitely unethical, but I don't see how this proves anything. It only hurts Michael Cohen. It doesn't hurt Trump. So this is the New York bar. And then the whole issue of, oh, is it cash? Is it check? Is it cash? Is it check? Digest. The lawyer may not, as a matter of routine practice, tape record conversations without disclosing that conversation is being taped. A lawyer may, however, engage in the undisclosed taping of a conversation if the lawyer had a reasonable basis for believing that disclosure of the tape would impair pursuit of a generally accepted societal good. The only reason we have the tape is because of stupid Mueller. Get out of the way. So this is so lame. A lawyer may not, as a matter of routine practice, tape record conversations without disclosing that conversation is being taped. So he'll be disbarred because of this, and all for what? Well, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's almost certainly almost certainly Trump trolling the whole planet. Okay, so I have here, New York is a one-party consent state, so you can secretly record a conversation that you're a part of. I am a federal and state prosecutor and have been handling criminal defense and personal injury. Okay, but then the question is, how come if Cohen is doing it for the purposes of exposing a crime, why that kind of defeats the purpose? The only reason we know about this is because of the Mueller raid. So I don't see how he can go ahead and I don't see how he can go ahead and and say and claim this is some kind of, lofty type of endeavor. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't see this as I just don't see this as a viable, legally or ethically, I just don't see this as like a viable event or issue. Truth matters. This is hilarious. So I'm just going to put this. So the New York State Bar says a lawyer may not, as a matter of routine practice, tape record conversations without disclosing that conversation is being taped. So if there's 12 tapes, it's routine. So he gets disbarred, which is what Britton Johnson said would be perfect, or would then undermine Mueller. This is so funny. This is so funny. So here it is. A lawyer may not, as a matter of routine practice, tape record conversations without disclosing that conversation is being taped. So even at the end of the day, if you can go ahead and just tape people in New York, this is so funny. So, okay, so question. The belief that non-consensual taping of conversations is inherently deceitful. There you go. Oh, sorry, it's not university. So if it's with cause that there's criminal activity, yes. But again, he went ahead and worked. If it's either one or the other. He's either the fixer or he is Ami. Thank you. Pay.me. It's 45 seconds setup. Don't make me put in your G string. Okay. So I'm gonna go. I will go ahead and set that up. Don't make me put in your Ami, thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Ami, thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna set that up. I gotta get my acting gear. So Ami, thank you. Thank you, Ami. Ami, as always, thank you so much. Thank you as always, Ami. Thank you. So basically it's not ethical if you tape someone, if you're a lawyer who tapes your client, you're doing so because you think that the person is engaged in criminal activity, it's a kind of okay. But again, the only reason we know of these tapes is because of the Mueller raid. So this is not an example of an attorney doing the ethical thing. And anyone who states that Trump is this liar and deceitful person, but they voted for Clinton? Undisclosed taping smacks of trickery. This is the New York bar, no less than it did 20 years ago. Undisclosed taping smacks of trickery. Ami, thank you so very much. I'm going to go ahead and set up that pay.me. Thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Ami, thank you. Ami, thank you as always. Elizabeth, you're extremely generous. Thank you so very much. Tamara Friedman. It makes sense that it would be illegal for an attorney to do this to a client. That would make every person vulnerable if they seek counsel. It's selling out the client to the highest bidder. Absolutely. Tamara, absolutely. But also the state bar of New York only says that it's kind of permissible only if the attorney knows that they're actually like their client is a criminal. So if their client is a criminal, then oh my God, Undisclosed taping smacks of trickery. Of course it smacks of trickery. So I mean, who gains from this? I don't know who gains from this. It has to be an obvious setup by Michael Cohen and Trump. And I don't think that Trump is so naive. First of all, number one. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the best analysis I think possible that's going to be given on this insanity. So Elizabeth, thank you. Ami, as always, thank you. Tamara Friedman, thank you so much. You're wonderful. So here's my analysis. Number one, the tape is of Cohen and Trump along with a whole bunch of people. Okay. Number two, you can kind of hear people in the background. So you can't really make out certain words. Lanny Davis said he heard cash. The White House says, no, wait a second. Because you do hear Trump say, no. What did he say? No cash, something like that. So there's a conflicting set of words there, or there's a conflicting there's a conflicting discussion or dialogue. Then there's the issue of Trump being a billionaire and having to discuss this in an open setting, much less having to discuss this in a closed door setting without being taped. It just makes it seem that Trump knows the media, knows that he's going to be targeted, and simply is Nick at Night. See Giuliani on Fox YouTube. This is the only tape, and he will be disbarred. Love your new firearms channel. No check. Thank you, Nick at Night. Thank you, Nick at Night. Thank you, Nick at Night. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Ami. Thank you, Tamara Friedman. I agree with you, Tamara. I agree with you. And if it's okay, so forget about whether you can tape somebody in New York. If a client is taping, if a lawyer is taping his client, then you have to make it. The New York bar says, well, yeah, if the client's engaged in illegal activity, you might be able to do it. But if there's no reason to, so Michael Cohen cannot state that he's taping Trump because of illegal activity, because the only reason we know of the tape. The only reason we know of the tape is the other people. So Sean, thank you. So if there are other people in the room, it would be illegal unless they all knew that they were being taped. Because so this is an obvious setup of Trump versus the media. The media's so stupid, but whatever. They get paid either way. Look, Clinton gets paid to lose. 1.2 billion. She's going to run again, even if she's indicted, which she will eventually be indicted either before or after, and she'll break her previous record and lose again. And you know what? People have money to burn. De Niro, all of them have money to burn. They're even sticking up for a producer who made the most vile jokes. Meanwhile, they're offended by everything. They're completely and utterly lost, both morally, in terms of a political movement. They're in terms of a political party. They're done. They're blaming Russia. They're kissing Clapper's giant forehead every 2 seconds. They've now descended into a very evil cult, which is essentially what the Democratic Party is, which is why there's a walkaway. So there you go. So whatever. You know what? At the end of the day, Trump is laughing as always. He's just laughing as always, and they think Trump is like this bad dream. Like he's like Freddy Krueger to them. He's Nightmare on Elm Street, and AJ can't touch him. Metalhead. Who the F cares? Clinton has done exponentially worse crimes. This is their desperate last stand, circling the wagons. Dams or lemmings. 100% Metalhead. 100%. 100%. But the thing is, the way they wield power is to throw mud. So Metalhead, that's the thing. Of course, they don't even care. But they just want to say, nah. They just want to say, like, okay, you look what you did, look what that. It's all, this sounds like a joke. The punchline is CNN said it. Exactly. Thank you, Tamara Friedman. No, I agree with you. Metalhead and Tamara, I agree with you 100%. Ami, thank you as always. Ami. Elizabeth, thank you. No, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it has to be a setup of Trump and Cohen. It has to be a setup. It has to be a setup because you cannot go ahead and you can't believe that this is some kind of incriminating Because think about it right now. Trump is like Reagan in that he has 5 or 6 major themes, maybe even 3 or 4 major, or about 5 major themes. They communicate just big, bold themes. He's talking about a good economy. He's talking about good relations where he's not as hawkish as the Democratic Party. Democratic Party wants war with Russia, thinks everything is treason. They've become this pseudo social justice warrior, 80s Republican, 50s McCarthy era cult. So Trump's like, look, we're going to have a border. And you know what? I'll go ahead and give Dreamers citizenship. So he has that kind of compassionate Republican, even though, like, you know, Democrats are like, he said this, he said that. Clinton said worse, you never cared. We're talking about Trump, though. Yeah, and you're talking about Trump from the vantage point of forgetting everything horrible Clinton said. Clinton called Mahatma Gandhi a gas station attendant. Then she apologized for that. Clinton brought up the assassination of RFK while running against the first black president. Then she apologized for that. Clinton called black youth super predators. Then she apologized for that. Clinton used a private server. Then she apologized for that. Clinton took prison lobbyist donations. Then she apologized for that. Clinton didn't have a stance on the Keystone XL pipeline. Then she kind of apologized for that and eventually, opposed it after not knowing what to do. Nick at Night, when Cash has said Trump says no, give Giuliani, give check. Giuliani released this before they did. They did and said this is the only tape, not 12. Trump trolling MSN MAGA. Exactly, Nick at Night. Exactly. Well, you can hear Trump say no. You can hear, yeah, well, you know what? Let's just hear this nonsense again. Whatever. These clowns, a bunch of clowns. I swear, the biggest bunch of clowns on the planet. The whole thing with, I bet you even if what does it matter also if there's a record of the cash payment? But they're saying the payment never went through. So you're going to have to get that guy from the Inquirer. But where's the illegal activity? It's not an illegal act. Even paying someone as part of the here you go. That's not even illegal. Okay, so the whole thing with Stormy is the threat, not the payment. That's what people don't get. Private Pepe, Windy City, and okay, so.
Couldn't do that right away. I've actually come up and I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with.
So I appreciate that, Private Pepe, but I didn't want, just following YouTube guidelines, I felt a little bit uncomfortable stating the message, but people saw the message, so okay. But I do appreciate your support for this channel. I did feel I have to be honest, a bit uncomfortable just stating the message. But thank you for your support, though.
So what are we going to pay? Funding, yes. And it's all the stuff, because, you never know where that company, you never know what he's going to be. Correct. So I'm all over that. And I spoke.
And then here you have entrapment also. So it's not a matter of, oh, thank you, Private Pepe, thank you. I appreciate you understanding. Thank you. It's not a matter also of Cohen doing something under the guise of not wanting to engage in illegal activity. He is if indeed Cohen is Ami, thank you very much again. Thank you, Ami. Thank you, Ami. Thank you. Thank you, Ami. Thank you. If indeed Cohen is trying to say, well, you know, I'm doing this because of any illegal activity, he's entrapping the president. Or then candidate Trump. Gregory Selinger, thank you. Omar Pena, thank you. They make it so easy for Trump. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. So this is in every way, shape, or form. This is so ridiculous. Mag Air, Fireside, HAG chat. Makes my night, MAGA. Thank you. Make America Great Again, Air Mag Air. Thank you. Thank you. Ame, thank you. Ame, thank you as always. Thank you, Ame. Thank you as always. I mean, we have 1,059 here, and this is, you heard it here first. This is almost certainly Trump trolling the media as he always does. This has to be some kind of, they're in cahoots. You don't go ahead and tape someone in front of a whole bunch of people. You don't go ahead and talk about a surreptitious deal to silence a publisher while people are walking around. You're not, note to self, don't conspire about some elaborate scheme while, you know, interns and everyone are just walking about. Thank you, Lorelei. Thank you, everybody. So let's go ahead. But here's, I think you might be able to hear Trump.
To Alan about it when it comes time for the financing, which will be, listen,
What financing?
we'll have to pay.
What financing?
No, I got it. No. Hey, no, how are you? All right, now.
So you hear this faint word in the last. Hold on. He's like, what financing? So Trump's like, what financing? Hold on. You have to hear. This is hilarious.
Hey, so, no. I got it.
You cash. No.
No. Hey, no, how are you? All right, now, a couple of things. There are side financing. We'll have to pay you. So, no. I got it. No. Hey, no.
Check is the last thing he says. He says at 3:32.
No. I got it. No. Hey, no, how are you? All right, now.
And then a check and then a how are you? First he says cash. Trump says cash. Then Cohen says no. Then he says check. And then he said, then you hear hello. How are you? How are you? I would like to buy ever CNN talking head a black magic marker so they can draw a big L on their forehead. Patricia Marino. Loser. Patricia Marino, thank you. They are, yeah, CNN a bunch of losers. But you know what? It's ay. So listen, this is
No. I got it. No.
a check. So Trump actually first says pay him cash, and then Cohen says no. And then you see, and then you hear last word you hear is check. Then you hear this like someone saying hello.
How are you? All right, now. Go.
So the tape seems to be altered, but whatever. Who cares either way? This is so stupid. It's unbelievable. So my point, though, is My point, though, is that what the heck is my point? You do not discuss this with people in the room. You do not discuss this with people in the room. And then Michael Cohen is the guy who says, no, 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 no. And then Trump says check at the end. I don't know. Denise, I don't even know what law was broken. There are no laws broken. There are no laws broken. The whole thing is they're trying to make it a campaign finance issue. So you hear right now.
Discover card. Hey,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
curious about your social
Don't
security
care. I
numbers.
don't care.
just
I don't
like-
care. So the all right. So again, this is so lame. So Lanny Davis. Okay, so
Because everybody heard just now Donald Trump say the word cash.
so what?
Cash.
So what?
After Michael Cohen mentioned financing.
No. He first Trump said what financing, and then Michael Cohen was like, no cash.
When Mr. Giuliani and Mr. Trump, through Mr. Giuliani, accused my client, Mr. Cohen, of saying the word cash. And I posted a tweet.
These are the hilarious part is that nobody can outmaneuver Trump because the guy made his living in New York. Everyone's streetwise. He made his living in real estate where there's like criminals left and right. So hold on. Let's see Giuliani with this nonsense. Oh my God. Let's see. Does Giuliani have anything to say about this? It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. And it's hilarious too. You're gonna hear about this forever. We're gonna hear about this forever. We're gonna hear about this forever. And I'm on 31458. Oh, it's not just Lanny Davis tempts me. Okay, so Giuliani on Trump Cohen audio. I've dealt with much worse tapes than this. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is funny. So Giuliani is like, okay. I knew Giuliani would just take it and like, what financing? Trump asks in the recording. Cohen says we'll have to pay. Trump replies something along the lines of pay with cash. But then you hear no. And then you hear check from Trump. You do hear check. He said so. Then Giuliani and Davis have presented contradictory interpretations of the conversation. Well, there you go. It's a garbled up tape. Oh, here you go.
First of all, your reaction to this tape's release.
Well, I think it's, first of all, the major point is it's outrageous that someone would take.
Ami, thank you so very much again. Ami, thank you so very much. Ami, only Rosie O'Donnell, only Rosie O'Donnell, only Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Ami. Thank you, Ami. Thank you so very, very much always for your support of this channel. Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you, just me, thank you. My goodness, Ami, thank you so very much. Thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So this is Giuliani.
Take his client surreptitiously. And number two, it's also foolhardy for them to try to kind of yell and scream and make believe what's on the tape. I agree with you, the tape is a little bit hard to hear, but I assure you that we listened to it numerous times. And the transcript makes it quite clear at the end that President Trump says, quote, "Don't pay with cash." Cohen then interrupts and says, no, I got it. And then you hear distinctly, if you're careful and you slow it down, check.
Yeah, you hear check. There's no doubt you hear check. So, Ami, thank you so very, very much. QB, CNN is acting like mere allegation is a smoking gun. They've neglected to mention that even if the allegations were true, it's not a crime. Exactly. Exactly, QB. But QB, they make money. A lot of money from the allegations. That's the whole thing. They make bank money. The advertisers, you know, a segment is hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, depending on how long the segment is. So, you know, the advertisers pay millions upon millions. So they're making bank. Trump is a cash machine for CNN. Well, Home and Garden has better ratings than CNN. It's like becoming just a failed network. But QB, they make a lot of money. Let's put it this way. If my channel, I have the best channel, so I love the people that I have here, and I love my live chat. Everybody in the live chat, super chat. I love the interaction. And I'm happy, you know, I have 116,000 hardcore, like, you know, it's awesome. So I'm happy with the way this channel is growing, and it's going to be at 200, 300,000 because eventually a lot of things will take place. But if I was QB, if I was, let's say it was like evil HA, I turned into like evil HA Goodman. And I was like, you know, Hillary, she is the really, like, she's better. Trump needs to be impeached right now. He colluded with the Putin. He colluded with the Russia. They hacked the DNC. And I was just, you know, I would be at 300,000. Or let's say I was writing on behalf of Clinton and DNC and Democrats and Russia. But, you know, don't tread on me. Hard to follow on me. The deep state is in panic because Trump has all the dirt on them. Don't tread on me. God bless you. Think if anybody is kind enough to give any contribution, God bless you. Thank you. Don't tread on me. You've always contributed, been such a strong supporter of this channel, of me. I want to thank you very much. The deep state is in panic. Yeah, they're in panic. They're crying about their security clearance, if you can imagine. And I know you're a veteran, and I know that you've served this country, and God bless you. And James Clapper and Brennan and all of them are like, today, what was it? Oh, they were calling Trump a dictator because Clapper wanted to keep his security clearance. So they, like, the whole thing, Democrats are like, well, no, they have to keep their security clearance. They have to. Why? Everybody's asking why. Why would you need your security clearance if you've already stated that the president is treasonous, which carries with it execution as, so your Secret Service time? That's what Rand Paul was talking about. Don't tread on me. Thank you so much. The deep state is in panic. Don't tread on me. Thank you. The deep state is in panic right now. Well, what do you expect? They're worried about their security clearances taken. Meanwhile, well, Clapper and Brennan have no reason to have a security clearance. They lied under oath. If you or me or anyone on this live chat lied under oath in front of Congress, we would be in the slammer. Now the hilarious thing is Bob Goodlatte wants, so don't tread on me. Thank you so very much. Thank you, don't tread on me. Thank you. If you or I did, Nick at Night, keep listening to Giuliani. Okay, I will. So Ami, thank you so very much. Don't tread on me. Thank you. So Clapper, really quick. So Clapper is like, Brennan and Clapper, they're really, really upset because they want their security. They're like, oh, we don't. This is about the beef bourguignon, half price on Fridays. And Thursday is the crepe Suzette at the CIA lounge. You want to take that from me, you tin pot dictator? But this is Giuliani more. So Giuliani's like, yeah, and he said check. What does it even matter? It matters what happened. So stupid. What happened? Did the payment go through or did the payment not go through at the end of the day? Okay? This isn't like WikiLeaks, like pristine emails. This is the stupidest thing I heard in my life. And then you got Democrats crying over failed intelligence chiefs who, by the way, put people at risk. CIA agents. The Defense Intelligence Agency was one of the agencies that gave her emails. And if foreign adversaries hacked her email server, which they did, they would have information on the Defense Intelligence Agency, which provides direct intelligence on what our soldiers are doing. Thanks, Madam Secretary. But here's Giuliani.
And then Cohen follows with no, and then quickly cuts off the tape, which indicates exactly what President Strzok was saying, that Cohen doesn't want the rest recorded because it was too exculpatory from the point of view of the president.
Rudy,
Also, go ahead. There's no way the president is going to be talking about setting up a corporation and then using cash, unless you're a complete idiot.
So he's not going to set up a corporation and utilize cash. But the whole point, though, is that it's not even the issue here is, did the payment take place? So did the Inquirer say, oh, by the way, you know what, did the payment go through cash or check? Obviously, you don't use a cash for a corporation. You use check because you want it all in the books. But did the cash or the check go through? What happened? That's the question.
Yeah, the president's not idiot.
first of all, your reaction to this tape's release.
We'll hear it again.
Well, I think it's, first of all, the major point is it's outrageous that someone would tape this client.
Space Ghost 1. Space Ghost 1. If the Kremlin has access to our top secret intel, why not all? Hillary was very cavalier with her access. Yep. Yep. You're right. Space Ghost 1, you're 100% right. Yep. You're 100% right. Let's listen to this.
Surreptitiously. And number two, it's also foolhardy for them to try to kind of yell and scream and make believe what's on the tape. I agree with you, the tape is a little bit hard to hear, but I assure you that we listened to it numerous times. And the transcript makes it quite clear at the end that President Trump says, quote, "Don't pay with cash." Cohen then interrupts and says, no, I got it. And then you hear distinctly, if you're careful and you slow it down, check. And then Cohen follows with no, and then quickly cuts off the tape, which indicates exactly what President Strzok was saying, that Cohen doesn't want the rest recorded. because it was too exculpatory from the point of view of the president.
Rudy,
Also, we're going to be talking about setting up a corporation and then using cash, unless
No.
you're a complete idiot. And the president's not an idiot.
So there you go. Not an idiot. He's obviously not going to go ahead and set up. Well, the whole point, though, is did he set up the corporation? Number one. I mean, I started this from the vantage point is did he even have the corporation? I don't even know if Trump had the corporation or he didn't have the corporation. And if you set up a corporation simply for the purpose of a payoff, then a person could pierce the corporate veil. It's not just you set up a corporation simply to pay off. I don't know. I don't even know if that's 100% legal, because then you could just go ahead and then they can say, oh, well, you know what? It's not really a corporation. You're doing it only for a payoff. So that would be illegal unto itself. So did he? I mean, it could be. I'm not 100% sure, but I would imagine. Blue wave. Space Ghost 1. Don't tread on me. Thank you. Space Ghost 1. Thank you. Thank you. Elizabeth. Thank you. Tamara. Thank you. Oh my God. This is too much stupidity. It's amusing. It is amusing, though. Let's listen to it again.
first of all, your reaction to this tape's release.
Well, I think it's, first of all, the major point is it's outrageous that someone would tape his client surreptitiously. And number two, it's also foolhardy for them to try to kind of yell and scream and make believe what's on the tape. I agree with you, the tape is a little bit hard to hear, but I assure you that we listened to it numerous times. And the transcript makes it quite clear at the end that President Trump says, quote, "Don't pay with cash." Cohen then interrupts and says, no, I got it. And then you hear distinctly, if you're careful and you slow it down, check. And then Cohen follows with no, and then quickly cuts.
You do hear check, but the other question, though, is this. I don't think you can just start a corporation simply for a payoff. Andamon 31458, serious question. HA, is Cohen this big a weasel? Probably, but he also, I think, I think that this is an issue of a setup that Trump is setting up. I think that Trump is setting up with Cohen. I think this had to have been planned. It's too ridiculous. You have people around you. It's just so stupid. The whole thing is stupid. The whole thing is the stupidest thing you could ever imagine in your whole life. You have people around you. Don't tread on me. I'm just listening for your great info. The rat traps were set. Exactly. And they have walked right into them. They will all go down. Helsinki was monumental. It absolutely was monumental. And I love the way you explained that. The rat traps were set. Well, the whole thing was set up. And it's just, you're giving CNN what they want in terms of ad revenue. And so Trump knows that anything that he does, I mean, he knows the media, he knows his political opponents. He knows that Michael Cohen is one of his closest lawyers. And I agree with you, don't tread on me. Michael Cohen is one of his closest lawyers. He knows that he's had sex with a whole bunch of beautiful women. Okay. He knows that Michael Cohen paid them off. Okay. He knows that Michael Cohen will be targeted. And they're setting up this tape. So you're raiding my office. Oh, here's these tapes. Take the tapes, okay? Take the tapes. Don't take the tapes. Okay, take them. No, don't take them. Okay, take them. Adam on 31458, yes. Naked Knight, need to hear the entire interview. Informative, odd. Smokey over the line. Place a pile of poop somewhere in the world, anywhere CNN will find it and step in it. Pretty much goes to what Don't Tread on Me said. It just, you plant the thing, you and see, because so Trump has no idea what else Cohen did, that Mueller might. Ami, thank you so very my goodness. Blake Foster, ultimate troll. They're at dinner, pay with cash or check. They all agree to the conversation being taped. Well, there is, Blake, there is the issue of they're talking about, so don't tread on me, thank you. Smokey over the line, thank you. Blake Foster, there is the issue of them talking about I think setting up the corporation. Ami, thank you so much, my God almighty. Okay, so let's go ahead. Ami, thank you. Thank you, Ami. So wait, search Rosie O'Donnell, okay. That's a really attractive photo of me here. Rosie O'Donnell tells the origin story of her feud with Donald Trump. Whoopi Goldberg loses it with Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell gets reading from Teresa. Donald Trump destroys Rosie O'Donnell during debate. What is this? Sorry, it's right here. What does the candidate then say? Washington Free Beacon.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't. Your Twitter account...
Thank you.
One of the things people love about you
So
is
only
you
Rosie O'Donnell.
don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without it.
So Ami, thank you so very, very much. I think that's what you were. I think that's Ami. Thank you so very, very much. Ami, thank you. The super chat, you give me every incentive to rock this live stream. Thank you so very, very much, Ami. I cannot remember the last time we saw a group of Democrats gathered and chanted USA, USA. Yeah, that's because they pretend to have this faux patriotism. So let's go ahead. So only Rosie O'Donnell debate. So Beacon.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't. Your Twitter account...
All right, so this is the thing. And this is the problem with... This is the thing. I happen to think that Rosie O'Donnell is actually one of the very, very good, excellent actresses and comedians. So, and I'm not just saying this to be nice. She was League of Their Own is one of my favorite movies. So she's, I mean, not one of my favorite all-time movies. It's just it's an excellent movie. I love the 90s, whatever. Okay. Love the 80s too, whatever. That being said, when you take, so now you got Ami. Thank you. Thank you, Ami. Thank you, Ami. Ami, thank you so very much. My goodness. Thank you. Ami, thank you again for everything. Don't tread on me. Thank you. Frank, I cannot remember the last time we saw a group of Democrats. Yeah, of course. Was there like, fear? They're like, fear Russia, fear Russia. So here's the context, and we're going to go ahead and I'm only going to show the context. I won't even get to his answer. Let's just get to here. Let's explain what's wrong with the media and Trump. Okay.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women.
When it comes to women, where are the litany of? So he had a feud with Rosie O'Donnell, fine, but where are all the women he's called like farm animals or whatever? That's the thing with Trump. Don't tread on me. What's your take on Kim.com stating he has the golden key to open jail cells for the guilty? I don't know what to make of it. I love Kim.com, and I've been listening. The last tweet I saw from him was a tweet regarding the deep state and then the media. But I haven't seen that tweet actually. I got to go back and see it. Let me see. Hold on one second. So see, golden key, Kim.com. So love Kim.com, golden key. And find that jail cells for the guilty. I mean, if he can have like technology, some kind of technological way to exonerate people who have been wrongly convicted, that'd be amazing. Kim.com. Oh, to open the jail cells for the guilty. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry, I misread the golden key. So, okay, misread it. Don't tread on me. I didn't realize what was the tweet was because I thought it was something else. He probably knows a great deal, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of it other than he probably knows a great deal. Kim has stated that he's been fighting the deep state for a long time, which he has. What they did to Kim.com was ruthless. His wife was pregnant. They came in with like, all this tactical gear, like special ops type thing, all these they went in to his house and just terrorized his family. They didn't have to do that. He wasn't it was a white collar issue. Wasn't some hardcore criminal. And it's actually Kim.com asking Judicial Watch if they want his info to jail Obama, Clinton, and the rest of the swamp. Wow. Why didn't I? Where the heck have I been? That would be amazing. And Judicial Watch should do it. That would be amazing. That would be Absolutely. Thank you again. Don't tread on me. Thank you again. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on if Judicial Watch, then I mean, it would be amazing. I don't know if Judicial Watch will go ahead and accept the offer. I think they should. But I mean, he probably knows a whole lot. Here's the tweet. Oh, no. Is that okay? I have the case to put. Okay, so here's the tweet. Oh, it's today. Okay, I don't know where my brain has been all over the place. My brain has been on whether he said check or cash. I have the case to put Obama, Biden, Clinton in a courtroom to answer for their corruption and criminal abuse of power. I have the clearest case of corruption against them and the evidence to lock them up. What do you think? Should Judicial Watch have a look at my case? Wow. Wow. Don't tread on me. Thank you. Wow. Wow. I mean, it doesn't hurt. You know, they should. Obama will never be. Obama is. So the president is not going to be touched. I don't even think Biden would be touched. Hillary would be touched. Or Hillary Clinton would be, because why didn't Obama pardon Hillary? So everybody, why didn't Obama pardon Hillary? So don't tread on me. I mean, it gets the question. My thought is this: why didn't Obama pardon Hillary? You don't have to be convicted of a crime. Nixon wasn't convicted of anything. He got pardoned. Rosie O'Donnell is the post. Revenge of the Nerds. Space Ghost 1. Space Ghost 1. Space Ghost 1. Thank you. Thank you, Space Ghost 1. Revenge of the Nerds. Old school. Old school. No, what I was going to say, so thank you, Don't Tread on Me. Thank you, Ami. Thank you, Don't Tread on Me. Thank you, Just Me. What I was going to say regarding this is I actually like Rosie O'Donnell, although she probably thinks I'm like an insane, crazy person. But this is the problem. It's not what he said. It's like, you know, do you remember in the 90s, you had two of the best playmakers, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, for Seattle Supersonics. And you'd see Gary Payton just throw the ball up and Sean Kemp just dunk it. And they were like two of the best at that ever. Sean Kemp was like one of the most amazing just people to dunk the ball ever. And Gary Payton is one of the great guards ever. But it would always be in sync. And what the media does, they don't realize they're Gary Payton. And they don't realize that Trump is Sean Kemp. Constantly dunking on them. They don't get it. They make it so easy for him. They don't get it. So Megyn Kelly is Gary Payton right now.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that has downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Okay, you've called women you don't like. Now, it's wrong to do that with Rosie O'Donnell. Fine. Okay? So, yes, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm agreeing that, you know, Trump shouldn't have said those things about Rosie. But Rosie O'Donnell's one person, one woman, one. When you start with you've called women this, you're throwing the ball, and then Trump is going to dunk it. And that's the thing.
the issue here is that you give too many easy layups, dunks to Trump, and the media gives too many easy shots for Trump. So don't tread on me. I think that what he's trying to say is that he probably has a whole lot on Hillary Clinton. Because I think that Hillary Clinton is the reason that Obama didn't. I think that Obama did not pardon her on purpose, because the people who benefit the most are Obama and Michelle Obama. Because guess who controls the Democratic Party? It's the Obamas. After the Clintons are exposed finally for the criminals they are. Space Ghost 1, thank you. Ami, thank you so very, very much this evening. Thank you for everything. And, I just want to thank everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just a bunch of nonsense. All of this is just a bunch of nonsense. And at the end of the day, it's obviously a setup to make CNN look stupid and make the Democratic Party look stupid. And it's also a setup to exonerate Michael Cohen. Because right now you have Michael Cohen, who has Lanny Davis as a Lanny Davis as the lawyer, his lawyer. So there you go. There you go. Give me your thoughts below to my super chat. Thank you so very much tonight. You've all been amazing, and you provide this channel with enough support for me to be able to say whatever I want to say and rock these live streams. And like I said, the uploads, the channel grows a lot, but the super chat is just awesome in terms of Nick at Night. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Thank you, Nick at Night. Thank you. Ami, thank you for everything. Don't tread on me. Thank you. Just me. Thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Space Ghost 1, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you to this super chat. Was unbelievable tonight. Thank you. And the live chat was just awesome. This is going to be very, very interesting. We'll see tomorrow how the media just implodes. The media, this is all for the media to implode because Trump trolled them like he always does. And they either don't care, they either know what's happening, they don't know what's happening, they don't care because they're making money either way. The media makes millions upon millions upon millions, allowing Trump to troll them. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so very, very, very much for this amazing live stream.